Well, it is day number 2 on the Palmetto Trail excursion of my life. Yesterday was pouring rain. There was no way I could get a hike in, and I was fearful for today, but there is a lull. So it's going to be a very drippy day, but I'm going for it. So I have learned something about this Palmetto Trail. It is not one continuous trail all through South Carolina like I thought it was, like the Florida Trail or the Appalachian Trail. Rather, they have different passages that the trail is part of. So where I stopped the hike before, there was a road walk of like 13 miles, and that's not counted as the Palmetto Trail mileage. So I elected not to walk the road. I mean, I have my mom along. I'm just going to be doing the official Palmetto Trail, which are the passages. And so this one is the Estatoe passage, and it is 4.2 miles. And it starts off at Keowee-Toxaway State Park. So it's going to be drippy, and we'll see how it goes. Pretty slippery going downhill right away. I think I told you before that our camper's giving us some grief. The carbon monoxide monitor keeps going off, so we've had to cut the power to that. I pulled the fuse, so that makes the fridge and the furnace and the water pump stop. So whenever we need water, I have to put the fuse back in, and it sparks and everything, and our fridge doesn't work anyways. It needed fixing. So we bought a Yeti cooler at REI yesterday. And that does an amazing job. I've always wanted one, so now we get to have one out of necessity. But it seems to be doing a really good job. We buy frozen stuff and put it in there, and it makes it nice and cool. We hung out in the Lowe's parking lot at Greenville for the last 2 nights. Huge thanks to Lowe's for letting us stay there. So we got some shopping done, and then we went to the library, and I was able to edit my videos and upload them. So all is not lost with this rain. I do not mind rain once in a while, and I can get caught up with things. This trail is also called the Natural Bridge Trail. So what have we here? Some kind of trillium? It's pretty thick in here, but they did a good job of keeping the pathway clear. Oh, now I'm coming on something special. Wow, what a great bridge. Well, in our last hike, we learned how after Joshua died, God commissioned the tribe of Judah of Israel to go out and conquer Canaan some more. And Judah asked his brother Simeon to help him. And so they did. They conquered more Canaanites and Perizzites, and they captured the king Adoni-Bezek, and they cut off his thumbs and big toes. He admitted that he had done the same thing in the past to 70 kings, and so now God was repaying him. Whoa, there's some big rocks around here. Massive. Anciently, hostilities were marked by barbarities such as this to prevent captured prisoners from engaging again in warfare. The Greeks are reported at times to have mutilated the hands of prisoners just enough that they would not be able to throw a spear or handle a bow, but they would still be able to work. And without big toes, it would hinder the ability to run. Oh, there's a crossroads, but I get to do this trail this way. Anyway, they made their way to Hebron, and this is where Caleb dwelt. They conquered some giants there, and then Caleb challenged the people that whoever attacked and took a certain city, they would get his daughter Achsah as their wife. The city was evidently stubbornly defended, and Caleb endeavored to rouse the ambitious young men by offering his daughter in marriage. From what follows, it appears that the captured city also became the territory of the fortunate victor. Well, lo and behold, Caleb's younger brother conquered it. So he got to marry his niece. I am so glad I did not live back then. If affection for a woman animates men to such strenuous efforts and perilous adventures, what should love for the Lord lead them to hazard for him? You might be able to tell I'm right beside a highway right now. Okay, I'm a little further away from the highway so I can talk again. Anyway, Achsah asked her father for a blessing, and along with their new field, they requested a spring as well, because the territory was in a very arid part of the country. So Caleb gave them the upper springs and the lower springs. God made this pavement just for me. But mind you, it would be slick too. But this is cool. Apparently, Achsah's request was fit and proper, and Caleb, recognizing it as such, granted it. Our Heavenly Father, who gives us our lot in life, is surely as reasonable and affectionate as any earthly parent. It is for us to exercise the same wisdom as Achsah and request that God give us such betterment to our portion in life as is fit and proper. Oh, this is a fancy bridge. sweet Zeke Bridge. 2 persons. One side of the view, the other side of the bridge. So what I'm about to say is more for my remembrance when I look back on these videos than for your benefit, but you can eavesdrop if you want. Anyway, when you watch this video, the anniversary of 6 years of me uploading to YouTube will have just passed. And in that time, I've uploaded 305 videos, give or take. And right now, it's about 7 weeks out. I have 757 subscribers. My most watched video is 46,000, and it was on a historical place in Arizona. So my views per video are, if I get 30 views, I'm happy. And that's 30 clicks. It's not actually people watching it, but they click on it. It's because my watch time is not good at all. So what I'm trying to say is YouTube can be very discouraging. I told my family when I started this that I would give it 3 years. If nothing happens in 3 years, then I'll quit it. And here now it's 6 years and I'm still stubbornly going on. I've hiked the Florida Trail, the Lone Star Trail, and now the Palmetto Trail, and tons of trails in between. I'm giving a wild estimate, but I'm gonna say it's $50 a hike to do these trails. And I'm probably being generous with that. But I am loving it so much. It's for me and God primarily. Evidently people don't want to hear about God on hikes or something because it's sure not getting traction, but yeah, it is for me. And as long as God keeps the doors open, then I will keep hiking because I love it so much. Oh, this is pretty. Now I am really wet from rain as well, but it can mingle with the humidity on my body, that's fine. You know, God is willing to give us springs of water for a sun-parched experience. He will bestow upon us exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, if we will just call upon Him. Well, I appreciate this cute little bridge too. I'm coming up on the camper now. That took me longer than I hoped it would, but it was pretty special. I'm loving this Palmetto Trail. Now, have you asked for anything from God lately?